jumping on here today to do the solar eclipse new moon reading. It's been such a busy time. The last 2 weeks I've been back to back booked, doing a lot of different things, and so finally get the chance to sit down and get you guys a reading put out there. So we had that lunar eclipse on the last full moon. Yeah, how's everybody feeling, right? Pretty turbulent for some. Full moons always are kind of chaotic. They are illuminating. They bring out, the shadow, right? The shadow part of people. But also, it was in the sign of Neptune, Pisces, Pisces lunar eclipse. So very dreamy, watery. Could have been paranoia associated with it, or fears being brought up from the subconscious. Those are normal. But my full moon experience with this lunar eclipse was, I actually have had a really good time. It's been not bad at all. I was surprised. I was like, what's going to be brought up? What I noticed within myself, I did get a little emotional. Like, I got emotional over remembering my grief. Isn't that crazy? Like, I grieved for how long that I grieved and healed through. Like, how long it took me. So that was about the only time I got emotional, was remembrance of it. So I wasn't grieving anymore. I don't feel like I need to do that anymore. But yeah, sometimes that triggering of memories. But yeah, so how was your full moon 2 weeks ago? Almost 2 weeks ago. How'd everything go, What was being brought up? What was being illuminated? What patterns? What relationship, right? Because we are going into the Libra season, which is the house of relationships, okay? And this is a solar eclipse. Things are getting eclipsed out of our lives. Relationships, or if it's not your relationship, it's the patterns in your relationship. So we're going to get deep into that, right? I'm going to go over some astrologies with you for this upcoming Libra solar eclipse. Expect turbulent times. You could be already seeing it in partnerships. And this could be learning new communication skills, because Libra is an air sign, so it's about communication, right? It's learning, if we're avoidant partners, it's learning to adjust that behavior and work on it and work through it, instead of like blowing people off or not answering or communicating. You're going to learn. This is the time to learn. You're going to be like, I have to change this because it's not working. It's a self-sabotage behavior. You're going to be getting more clear and intentional on how we connect with people, who we connect with people, like what people we're connecting with, right? So you want to get intentional on who's good for you and who is not good for you. And for your mental health, especially. Like, what is stagnant? What is keeping me stuck here? What is working and what is not working? So these are themes. And then you may be starting new partnerships, It doesn't have to be just relationships. This could be business partnerships. Partnerships with like roommates and stuff like that, right? Like adding new people to your house, moving people out of your house, and moving or companies, etc. These are just partnerships in general that we work with. So this eclipse energy usually lasts for 6 months, okay? So this eclipse is going to be on October 2nd on the new moon, and it'll last till March. And we got 6 months of where we're going to be working through these problems. These are going to be highlighted issues that were brought up from the last full moon 2 weeks ago. And then it's illuminating to you, like, I need to work through this. I need to get through this. Because Black Moon Lilith is here for a 9-month transit. And so these are the shadow aspects that are being brought up. Our darkness that we don't want to face. The way we handle things or communicate. So whatever has been illuminated in your own pattern and communication and things like that the last 2 weeks, take a look, because this is something you've got to work through. It can cause imbalances in your relationships and connections. It's a self-sabotaging behavior. And it's a way we try to maintain control or power in relationships. Some of these things that are being brought up could be obsession, addiction, anything outside of yourself that you feel the need to like fill that void. And where are you locked in a cycle that limits your own growth? Like what's limiting you? What is limiting your growth? And this new moon is giving you that chance. This is a new beginning. It's recognizing the patterns. Now that we've recognized them, it's time to step forward and implement change and trying to work through them and change the pattern of behavior. I did notice pattern of behavior within myself. A couple things that I recognized on what I do, little things that I don't realize consciously so I did get some information. It wasn't like chaotic or anything, but I did recognize some patterns of behavior of my own that are probably not healthy, and I need to change that, right? And I recognized it right away too when I did it. So yeah, that is what's up ahead. And some people are going to be dismantling relationships and connections because you're realizing it's not, you guys are not on the same frequency. And that's what it comes down to, is you're not on the same frequency. You can't connect, you can't communicate right. You're always having these issues. It's because it's a frequency issue. You're like not on the same wavelength and the way you think and live, and you're just essence, right? And we're being guided constantly into the people that we can vibe with, that are on our same vibe. And that's why we go through these things. They do help you learn what's not on your vibe, but it's do you want to drag it out forever and keep learning the same lessons, or will you recognize it now? You can still go through a whole nother cycle repeating the same thing as long as it takes, right? So, all right, we got that. Let's get through the energies, see what is for the collective. What messages does the collective need to hear at this time around the solar eclipse? What does the collective need to recognize around the solar eclipse? Yeah. That's what I just said. Jeez. Okay. Well, I don't know. So, we've got, hold on, I gotta let my kitten out. It's trying to climb out. Alright, so, kitten is out. She's hungry. Had to get her fed. So, the cards. So, what is the solar eclipse bringing in for the collective? Like I said, it's bringing out dark matter. It's bringing out our shadow. It's illuminating. It's fixing the hole in our aura. It's trying to repair, right? It wants to adjust, and it wants to be noticed what is causing self-sabotage in our connections and our relationship dynamics. And then time. And it's like, we could be, biding our time. There could be a timing on this issue here, but also there's discipline, okay? So it's like, it's time to get disciplined. It's time to recognize our shadow and what triggers our shadow, what feeds our shadow, and how we can best manage to change the pattern. And that is exactly what we were just talking about, right? Darkness moon. This is the black moon Lilith. This is the number 7. So this is the 7th house. This is relationships. This is what it's talking about. Illuminating the sabotage in our connections, how we're sabotaging. And then magic, alchemy. So what is alchemy, right? Alchemy is alchemizing that darkness. That is what is being asked of us, to alchemize it, transform it, is transmutation. So, we're not to hate our shadow, okay? We're not to, that's hating ourselves. We all carry it. We all carry the darkness, right? We're both light and dark, and there's no escape from this. And if you say that you don't have any and you're just pure light, well, I'd have to say you're a liar, because we're here and we're humans. We're on planet Earth. We have things to work through. There's always something that can be better that we're confronted with. There's always darkness that we pick up along the way, and it could be other people's that we're harboring. So that being said, we have to integrate it. We have to recognize it and change the pattern, right? When it's presented to us. So that is what alchemy is transmutation. There's no need to hate your darkness or yourself. There's just a need to break the pattern of it. There's just gonna always be something else that you have to work on later down in life, right? And it'll come, when it comes to that time, you're gonna be asked to transmute that too. So, yeah, what we're working through is alchemizing and transmuting the self-sabotage behaviors and patterns and relationships. And it's time to get disciplined with it, right? What is the message here for the collective? What is the message here for the collective? And it doesn't have to, yes, it is about partnerships, but it's not just about solely relationships. It's all partnership dynamics. What is the message here for the collective? What is the message here for the collective around the solar eclipse? Some of you are resisting change, okay? And if you're in a situation that you're just not happy in, why are you there, okay? Sometimes in certain situations, it's better to leave than stay somewhere where you're not growing, you're not happy, you're under control. Identify, is this your frequency? Is this who you are? There's some people are resisting change, but there is change here, okay? And some of you, you're not gonna have a choice. There is change coming, whether you like it or not. Pluto's also playing a part here, and if you resist change, it's gonna be harder, okay? So there is change coming, and Spirit's like, you need to trust. Because what I'm leading you to is a lot better. It might not look like it. It might not feel like it. It might feel like shit right now. But it's for your highest good and the highest good of all. Because it's where you're going to blossom, right? It's where you're going to grow. It's where you're going to fine-tune those skills and talents that you've been neglecting and not been able to do. It's going to free up things where you were limited at, and allow growth to occur. This is flower moon blossoming, right? So Spirit is trying to get you out of the darkness. I want you to recognize these patterns so that when you move into a new cycle or a new place where you're changing, you can implement them for the next journey, right? That's why these things are coming about. What is the message here for the collective? And the number 33 could be significant. Again, seven's plan for it. Yeah, 7, so a lot of it is relationships. What is the message here? Yeah. Spirit's like, it's time to be strong, it's time to be courageous, it's time to take your power back where you've been giving your power away. So it is time to take your power back in certain situations because you will be going through a change. And you're being intuitively guided as well. So hopefully you're listening to your intuition. Quit doubting yourself because that's what it's for. Because we've got the goddess of the moon. This is all about using your intuition. And again, thinking back to 2 weeks ago, where was you being guided? What was being illuminated? What answers got, what questions got answered for you? So there's a woman holding the coin, and this talks about, this could be your financial, like if you have a business or your money or a job. So this could be a job partnership. This could also be an earth sign woman, but it's about partnership as well, like money-wise. There could be a legal aspect here, child support. This could be changing jobs or changing positions, signing contracts or breaking contracts, right? These can be in the spiritual realm as well. There's a contract here, there's a balancing out. There could be a balancing out as well of realigning karma. Because this is number 6. 6 is past life. This is the contract, right? So there could be a balancing out of karma at play. And you're using your intuition to guide you. And this could be finding a different job or a job partnership that is more balanced. What is the spiritual guidance here for the collective? What is the spiritual advice moving through this time for the collective? So Spirit's bringing you, oh yeah. So you have no clue, collective. Yes, like I said, it's turbulent times. Things are gonna be, up and down and for a minute, and uncertain, unknown. Like, how am I gonna get through this, right? Spirit's like, I'm bringing you to expansion. I'm trying to expand you, your consciousness, start learning and researching. There's expansion being brought in. And then birth of creation. This is something that you've been nurturing and growing for a long time. This is divine. This is definitely this could be a passion project, an idea. There is something in here that wants to be birthed and nurtured. And like a pregnancy, like Black Moon Lilith being here for 9 months, it reminded me of a pregnancy, right? Some of you could be pregnant or finding out soon that you're pregnant, right? Or this transition may take 9 months. But just like a pregnancy belly, there's expansion because your idea is growing. That is why your business is growing. Your connection or whatever is growing. There's something that was planted a long time ago. And this is the birth of creation. This was divinely meant to be birthed. And, this could happen around March because this is a 6-month window with the eclipse. So what did you plant months ago, See, there are 2 paths ahead, so choose wisely. This is the divine feminine and sacred. This is sacred. There's a sacred path ahead of you. And choose the sacredness, right? Choose the highest divine-led sacredness path, right? Yeah. That's exciting, right? That's exciting. I got my 33 oracle cards that I made. So let's see what this journey, where's this journey? Okay, I'll take, where is this journey going for the collective? There is a message coming through, right? And this could actually be, you may be in meditation. This is going to come through. This is a divine message. This is not from a person, okay? There's a divine messenger coming through the crown. The crown chakra is our divine connection to source. It's our head, right? Our crown. This is what connects us to God, source, spirit. My crow is the messenger. There is a divine message coming. You're going to either dream about it, so pay attention to your dreams. You can, you're in meditation, you may be able to get this message through meditation. Or, you know, it could come through a person, but you're going to know that it was definitely divinely sent for this person to say that specific thing to you. It could answer a question. Either way, the message is coming through to give you clarity on the upcoming path. And it could be happening when you're doing dishes or busy, like cleaning house, when this message comes through. So pay attention. Something's coming through. It could have to be numbers. 1111, 333, 444. That could be a confirmation to pay attention to when you get this message, right? So if you see these numbers, pay attention to what's going on around you. Pay attention to what's playing on the radio and the lyrics. The message may come through there. Herbalist. And it could be while you were smoking some weed, right? Because I do get, if I smoke, I get some downloads that are pretty impressive. So herbalist could be like when you're smoking or when you're dealing with your herbs or in the kitchen, right? When these messages, pay attention to time and what you're doing, if you're smoking, etc. So that's pretty direct. I mean, that's giving you kind of like a way to notice the astral plane. So yes, it is coming straight from source. This message coming in, collective. Let's get some advice for the collective during this time from this Shaman's Oracle. So the card I got for the 33 Oracle group on Facebook was, today I got the Wind. Taming the Wind. So that talks about changes coming. Collective, hold on to your vision for the future, right? That dream you've held deep in your heart, that idea of what you want life to be. Spirit's like, just hold on. Keep thinking about it. Keep manifesting it as coming in. Don't have doubts. Don't go back. Keep it in your mind. The Sorcerer. What is this about? Tree of Life. Some of you may have to have a family issue, right? That has to be worked through. And I say that because that's what we're dealing with is family patterns, right? The sorcerer and the family tree. This talks about the negative, dark bloodline issues that we've had to deal with. And this goes back to last solar eclipse. Last year at the same time, we dealt with past life and bloodlines. This is the wrapping up. a year later to the day. This is family issues, the sweat lodge and the circle. So some of you may need to do a final healing, really go in and take a look at patterns and behaviors. That's exactly what's been being mentioned here. To be cleared out. Sweat lodge is, you know, releasing the toxins. It's detoxing patterns of behavior that have been ran through family. So addiction, yeah, that's perfect fit here. Some of you may be dealing with addiction and having to go through detoxing and having a support group because you realize you do have an issue, right? That could be for some of you. But keep that vision of a healthy life, a positive life in your head. That's a vision quest. Some of you, it's different areas of you know, not everybody's dealing with addiction. So it is eliminating whatever's being brought up for you. And it's really taking a deep dive, doing some healing work, sitting with yourself with it, identifying it, acknowledging it, releasing it. So that, yeah, wrapping up these patterns of behavior. All right, guys. Check me out on Facebook, 33Oracle Facebook group page. Free will donations accepted below at Venmo. Book a reading with me. I was been booked for 2 weeks. So yeah, I do online too as well. So I can send you a video link with your video on it. So yeah, check out my link below and I will see you next time.